Hi everyone, my name is Anthony Cummins and I here represent Natori Ryu. Now if you're unaware, Natori Ryu is an old samurai school of war that we're bringing back into a revival, we're bringing it back to life, and we're doing this through a series of books published by Watkins Publisher in London. Now, the first book is going to be out, we've got the title and we've got the date. The first book will be out by November 2015. And it is now available to pre-order on Amazon anywhere in the world. So, or from a bookshop if you want to wait till then. But this video is just to let you know about the book. The book itself is called Book of Samurai. Be careful, this is not the Book of the Samurai, it's just the Book of Samurai. The Book of the Samurai is the Hagakure, but even though that book exists, the publisher wanted to do this title because the other book we did with them was Book of Ninja. So it's Book of Samurai, the secret teachings of Natori Ryu, or the collected teachings of Natori Ryu. This is going to be about 8 books long for the core manuals, we hope. Of course, this is not all translated, so we don't know the exact length. It may be more, it may be less, but we've predicted about 8. So what does the book contain? Well, Natori Ryu is not at present, or we haven't found as of yet, any hand-to-hand combat system. It's more of a gunpo or gungaku military study, which means that it's everything behind the samurai. So if the samurai at the forefront is martial arts, all the skills he has behind him are Natori Ryu, that type of thing. So I've got with me here, the publisher has sent me their hard copy to read and go through. As you can see, we have to read and go through certain things. So, but this is exactly what the insides will look like. So, I'm going to, you'll have to excuse me, I'm just going to I'm going to give you an outline of Natori Ryu's core scrolls. Now these are not the only scrolls, these are their core scrolls, and these are their Kusunoki scrolls. So the first one is Discussions on Samurai Families. Doesn't sound so exciting, but it is. It's one of the best scrolls. It's basically everything a samurai needs to know in times of peace. Number 2 is Military Tools. Number 3 is Important Points for the Independent Soldier. Basically the initial war scroll, how to go to war. Then number 4 is Important Ways on Military Duties. Then we've got number 5 is Important Ways on Sea Warfare. Then Important Ways for the Lord. Important Ways on Military Leadership and Divination. And Important Ways on Chi. Then lastly, it's Important Ways on Military Teachings on the whole. Now, that sounds a lot, doesn't it? This book only concentrates on 2 scrolls. We'll probably get 2 scrolls per book, maybe 3 maximum. So the first one we have not done in total order. There is a reason for that, because the word count didn't quite reach, and if we added all 3 it would have taken too long and the word count would be too much. So what we have done with the first book, the Book of Samurai, is Discussions on Samurai Families. And we've skipped number 2 and gone straight to number 3 and done Important Points for the Independent Soldier, which means number 2 and number 4 will be for the second book. So, first of all, points on samurai families. Now this is a list of 290 points on the samurai life in normal times. So for example, how to walk in the dark when you need to get through a space, how to deal with ruffians when they come at you at night, how to get out of house fires, how to deal with earthquakes, how to talk to other people, where to place your katana, how to draw your katana left-handed if your right hand has been seized, or how about how to run through a crowd and kill the enemy and draw your sword in a specific way so that you don't hurt anyone. Of course, then there's samurai vengeance, how to go about dealing murder to other people who have wronged you, how to defend against that, how to construct a house that is defensive. Let me have another think. Killing at night. Assassination-ish, yeah, basically assassination on behalf of the Lord, how to deal with serving the Lord, All these types of things are done in the 290 points, and these also include the 12 tools of Natori Ryu, the 12 tools of virtue. So, that being said, what we need to know is it's a great manual, simply because it gives you an amazing idea of what life was like in the early Edo period, at the end of the Sengoku period, when it moved and the transition had gone into a bit more peaceful times, but still dangerous. It gives you an idea of how to deal with things. Then we've skipped the second one, which is tools. We'll do that in the next book, but we've gone to independent points for important points for an independent soldier. Now this, I love this scroll. It's all about how to go to war as an independent soldier. Now, an independent soldier, the reason I'm using that word is ippei, which means one soldier. But it doesn't mean a single soldier on his own running around. What it means is you are a landowner or you're a samurai. Basically, you're not under a division of anyone, in the sense of you stand there in rank and file and you move up and down with your spear. You obviously come under a captain, but you are an independent knight. You are a feudal knight in a feudal system, and you are the master. You are not rank and file. You are the master of other people, but more importantly, you're the master of yourself, and you give your service to a lord, the lord you choose. So, these are the points for going to war. How to prep your kit. What kit do you need? What skills do you need? How do you deal with your servants or your retinue when you need to sign oaths? So, for example, if somebody betrays you and they're a servant, you've got to track their family down and murder them all to make sure nobody betrays you. You've got all the different ways of signing oaths. So there's something called the 7-sheet oath, which you sign and you do all your different bits, and you cut different parts of your body, and you cut different sections and put blood on all these oaths to make sure they're all sealed in blood. Then how do you march in a column? Which side does the spear go on, the left or the right? Where does your helmet and armour go when you're marching? Do you need it on? Should it be at the rear? How to set up a camp? How to deal with people in camps? How to deal with war? Where to find traps? How to cross rivers? How do you cross rivers? Where do you get water from? How do you survive on campaign? What size armour should you wear? When should you take off? Did you know, I didn't know this till we talked about it in the book, till we translated it, but the face masks and thigh protectors are taken off in battle, believe it or not. When you get to battle, you take these off, and these are things we always see in the films as kept on. Especially the thigh protectors, they're more for mounted combat or for archery. Once you get to hand-to-hand combat, these come off and you strip them. How to cross marshes, and then there's the 8 achievements a samurai can achieve, from Ichiban-yari, Niban-yari, or Shingari, which is to defend the retreat. You've got all of these things. It teaches you how to do and how to go about. Then at the end, we've got 50 points on exploits or things you will expect to do in war. For example, trajectory of arrows, how to deal with them, the 3 things you should be careful of when a castle falls and you finally get victory, or the path you take to get up a castle and to be the first one on the inside of the fortifications. All these things are inside this first book. So what I want you to do, if you have any interest in the samurai, you need to have a read of this book. At the moment, I'm still proofreading it, but as of 2015, as of November 2015, it will be out. But it is out to pre-order now. So if you're watching this video, you can go to Amazon using the links below. You can click and you can click pre-order, and it will arrive at your doorstep on the day it's released. They send it out a day before to make sure it's there on the day. Or you can go get it from a shop if it's out now. Okay, it's Book of Samurai. Here's the picture again. Please make sure you have a look. It's a superb book because it was written by a superb man in the early Edo period who was also a ninja. Okay, he was a samurai and a ninja, which makes it extra special. Right, subscribe here for more information and find us on Natori Ryu Hub. This is where we all chill and chat and things like that. Alright guys, thank you very much. My name's Anthony Cummins. This is Natori Ryu, and I'll speak to you next time.